What's up everybody? How you doing? This is Gare from Simple English, and it's been like a year since I have started teaching English over this channel, and today I would love to explain some of my personal perspectives on how a person can possibly learn English language. And this might be a little bit of kind of strategies, what you have to do and what a teacher has to do in terms of developing your English language proficiency level. So I think the most important thing is, you need to determine yourself to the lifelong journey. As obviously studying English language is not a short period of time. It doesn't have short period of time destination. You need to study that lifelong process. It is a lifelong journey. It takes you to the end of your life, right? So every single moment that you discuss with the native speakers or a person who is actually much better than your English language level, then that's the real and an absolute situation or time that you can learn English language. You may take some sort of vocabularies, you may find different type of expressions. At the same time, you may have some kind of lessons on how you can reduce your accent, right? So determination is the most important thing in terms of improving your English language. All right, the next one, you actually need to create an immersive environment, which is to mean, of course, you need to be surrounded by different types of English speaking programs. It may be watching television, but the channel may be an English speaking channel, or maybe you need to meet with native speakers who actually speaks English as a mother tongue. So that's one thing. And the other one, let's take another example. You can set your watch in an international time. It should not be in a local time. That means that's part of including yourself in an immersive environment. Also, at the same time, if you have the habit to write different kind of diaries, then I think you need to write some kind of diaries in English every single evening. Right before you go to bed, you can start to write something. That's what we call diary. The whole activities that you've been performing throughout the day, that you can write it down. The other thing is actually finding an online speaking partner. But I have one question here. You are now an English language student. You just want to improve your English, but despite the fact that you really dedicate yourself on watching different channels of English teaching programs, but do you really have English speaking partner? Do you really have someone who speaks English language with you? That's the most important thing. Because as you know, you may hear different programs, you may be exposed to different channels that speaks English very well. You may appreciate and you may get the knowledge part of the language, but right after you know that knowledge, then who is going to practice with you? Who are you going to talk to? That's the basic thing. So I guess you should hire a teacher, an online teacher, or otherwise you can find an English speaking partner so you can practice anything you know. You can practice the expressions, the vocabularies and different expressions that you acquire from the books, from the movies, from English native speakers. So it's very important. It's significant. The crucial part is finding an English speaking partner. So let's get into some most important things that actually would play the greatest role in developing your English language, that helps you actually move to the next level. There's always next level. Whatever level of English speaking you are in, there is always next level. So everyone want to grab that level. That's what we're going to do, right? Very good. That's actually why we created this channel, to help people boost up their vocabularies and try to practice their English and fill their English language gaps so their dream would come true. That's very good. So when we get down to the most important things, we need to follow podcasters listening for, do you have favorite podcast on the YouTube channel? So is that an English speaking podcast owner? Is the owner English speaking person? That's the point. So if so, very good. Let me tell you how it helps you. Listening to different podcasters would help you to reduce your accent and to imitate different pronunciations, okay? There's actually a slight difference between accent and pronunciation. But when it comes to pronunciation, you listen to different podcasters mean you got the chance, the opportunity to imitate what the native speaker, what the podcast creator talks about, you can immediately imitate on the spots, right? Immediately when you listen to the program, you can listen and then say after him. That is exactly what we call shadowing technique, or mimicking imitation strategy or technique, right? So podcast listening is a very important thing. The other one, language exchange partner for free. This is just for free, right? You can find someone online. You can use some apps like I have showed you over the previous programs. So you can download the application so you can find an English speaking partner. That's one basic thing. But the most important thing is exchange partner, language exchange partner. If someone speaks French, then you speak Amharic, then both of you guys want to learn English. Or maybe the French speaker want to learn your language and you want to speak the French language, right? So you can exchange the language. It's like give and take, right? So you can do this kind of strategies. This would help actually to have greater dedication and to have excellent exposure for the language. When you are really exposed to the horse's nose, the horse's mouth, then that would really help you have the best part of the language in terms of vocabulary development, occasional expressions, slangs, idioms, and other things of the language. The other one, we actually need to set a goal. Look, if you're here and if you want to learn a new language by itself, dedicating time, budgeting some financial issues and other aspects would never be the number one point. But the basic thing, which I call it actually the fundamental thing, is to set a goal to know why you want to study English language. What is your ultimate goal of the language study program? That is the basic thing. So I want you really to pay attention on your goal. So setting a goal is the most important thing. The other one, practicing expressing, writing your daily routines every single evening. You can grab a paper and then write down everything what comes to your mind, right? Put it down on paper, then no problem. You may have some sort of editing problems. It is okay. Still you may have spelling errors. That's no problem, right? As long as you're trying your best, tomorrow will be a better day, right? You can write it better tomorrow. The more you write, the faster you improvise your writing skill. That's the basic thing. Finally, translation is a very important thing. What I mean by translation is, you may have heard a story or some kind of news from some specific source. That may be in Amharic or in French or whatever it is, depending on the language that you speak now. So you can try to translate that information, that story, to the English language. That would help you to really identify the gaps you have, like shortage of vocabularies, the pronunciation, connecting sentences, and other aspects of the language that actually are called language gaps. So identifying your language gap will be the last and the most important thing. Then the next step would be trying to fill the gap in finding new vocabularies from the text, from the dictionary, from the people that speaks English, and different things. So practice makes perfect, but setting a goal is the most important thing. Thank you for watching. This video was done just to inspire you, to help you have some kind of special motivation. Thanks. I'll see you next